Thank you very much. And the next speaker is Pakistan on behalf of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation.
Madam President, on behalf of the OIC, I thank the High Commissioner for her oral update. The OIC urges this Council to gear up its efforts to effectively address systematic and continued human rights violations of people suffering from long-running conflicts and disputes, in particular those of Palestine, Myanmar, Jammu and Kashmir and Nagorno-Karabakh. Madam President, OIC welcomes the OHCHR's publication of data on business enterprises involved in activities related to Israeli settlements. We call on all UN bodies, especially the Council, to follow up on the implementation of resolutions on the Palestine dispute and to ensure that all business enterprises stop their activities and hold accountable those responsible for violations of the rights of the Palestinian people. While the provisional order by the International Court of Justice on Myanmar is a positive development, the OIC encourages further support for securing justice and accountability for the Rohingya people, as well as for ensuring their safe, dignified and voluntary return. Once again, the OIC expresses full solidarity with the government and people of Bangladesh who are deeply affected by the Rohingya influx and calls on the international community to actively remain seized of the matter until a durable solution is achieved. Madam President, the OIC remains concerned about the human rights situation in occupied Jammu and Kashmir and calls on all concerned to ensure the protection of their basic rights and fundamental freedoms. We also urge the Council to implement the recommendations contained in the OHCHR's 2 reports on Jammu and Kashmir. The OIC also reminds the international community of its obligation to ensure the implementation of UN Security Council resolutions on Kashmir. The OIC is deeply distressed over the plight of more than 1 million Azerbaijani displaced persons and refugees resulting from the Armenian aggression and calls upon the High Commissioner to take a principled position to ensuring restoration of violated human rights of Azerbaijani IDPs and refugees in line with the relevant resolutions of UN Security Council on the conflict. On Afghanistan, the OIC welcomes the nationwide significant reduction in violence, paving the way for advancement of an inclusive peace talks between Afghanistan and the Taliban. The OIC supports the peace and reconciliation efforts for reaching lasting peace and stability in Afghanistan and the region and urges all stakeholders to uphold and preserve the human rights of all Afghan citizens, especially Afghan women, in this process. Full text of the statement will be available on extranet. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador.